Dawson, and it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California every week on our show. President's Day honors presidents of the United States, including George Washington, the USA's first president. The holiday is also a tribute to the general who created the first military badge of merit for the common soldier. Revived on Washington's 200th birthday in 1932, the Purple Heart Medal, which bears Washington's image, is awarded to soldiers who are injured in battle. Washington's birthday also offers an opportunity to honor the country's veterans. It seems fitting to share the story of Marine Sergeant Joshua Ashley, who paid the ultimate price for our country. David Wiley has his story.
For military families, there's nothing more devastating than losing a loved one in battle overseas. For a local family, they have taken an extra step, a special adoption, to honor their son and ease the pain of his loss. U.S. Marine Sergeant Joshua Ashley is an American hero who lost his life in 2012 while fighting for our country in Afghanistan. Joshua was a local boy who grew up in Rancho Cucamonga. He had a towering presence and a magnetic personality that left an indelible mark on those who knew him.
He was very athletic, very competitive, but he was big in stature. He's like 6'3", but he was the biggest teddy bear.
A popular student at Etiwanda High School, Joshua was moved by the events of 9/11 and felt a calling to join the military.
He didn't want to go to college, he wanted to go in the Marine Corps. So I made him give me 1 year in college, and he did, and after that first year, he went right into the Marine Corps.
And Joshua took to the Marines right away, becoming a military policeman and eventually entering the K-9 Handler program. That's where he first met Sirius. After training at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina, Joshua and Sirius were deployed to the front lines in Afghanistan.
He was always excited about the missions over there. That's what he was trained for.
And despite their perilous assignment, Josh managed to talk with his mother often via Skype. In fact, they spoke the night before he was killed and talked about Sirius.
When we Skyped, he said, Mom, I re-enlisted. I know you're not going to like it. He goes, and where I'm going, I'm not going to be able to take Sirius with me. And he said, I'm going to adopt him, but you're going to have to take him for me. And then when I get to wherever I'm going, I'll take him.
24 hours after that phone call, Tammy and her family were notified that Josh had been killed by a landmine. Remarkably, Sirius survived. And as devastating as it was to deal with the death of her son, Tammy almost immediately began pursuing the adoption of Sirius.
I started the process of the adoption, which it's rare. Parents don't usually get their children's, dogs that they are assigned. However, they had just recently started allowing parents of the fallen to adopt their child's dog.
Sirius continued to serve with the Marines during the adoption process. And during that time, Sirius had a non-combat related accident that left him near death. Despite injuries that left Sirius unable to open his mouth, Tammy went through with the adoption.
He's special needs in a way because he can't open his mouth normal. He has to lap everything up, but he's healthy and seems very much loving retirement.
And while caring for Sirius has been a challenge, he's been a constant reminder for Tammy and her family of the son that they lost.
Josh never had kids, and he wasn't married, and to me, this is his son. So that's the only part I have of him.
And Tammy and Sirius continue to keep Josh's memory alive. Josh and Sirius were memorialized on the Lucy Pet Foundation float at the 2018 Rose Parade. Tammy and Sirius rode on that float, taking Josh's story to the world.
He loved that dog, and for the Marines to give that dog to Tammy, and the dog's been living out the rest of his life, it's just great. And so what an honor it is for me to be able to have a float that's paused for life and to have Sirius and Tammy on the float. I mean, it breaks me up thinking about it.
For me, this is all about having my son never be forgotten.
And with the help of Tammy and Sirius, The ultimate sacrifice that Sergeant Joshua Ashley made for our freedom will never be forgotten.
And coming up, we find out how to create an income stream by doing something as simple as trading Bitcoin. Plus, inside the Monster Truck Show. It's all coming up when we continue with Don't Go Away. Today's in-studio guest is the founder and CEO of the Bitcoin Academy, which is known as the leader in cryptocurrency education. He's also managed more than $1 billion in assets and is recognized for his strategic, unique, and operational vision for leadership. We'd like to welcome Brian Sewell. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Heather. It's good to be here.
And I have a very basic question.
Yes.
Believe it or not, there are people out there like me that were wondering, what is Bitcoin?
Yeah, most people don't even know what Bitcoin is, and most of the world still doesn't know what Bitcoin is. Less than 1% have actually adopted it. So Bitcoin is a technological innovation, and this is where most people get it wrong. Most of the media right now is talking about Bitcoin as being an asset, right? Being an asset class. It's digital money. And it's a simplistic definition, but it's not simply an asset class. It's a technological innovation that has useful features built into it. Right now, a lot of people talk about Bitcoin being a bubble, right? It's gone way up, right? And it keeps going up, and they compare it to the tulip bubble, right? And it's going to crash. That's the only place it can go. Matter of fact, very prominent people have called it a bubble. But that's because they view it as an asset class. Bitcoin is following a technology adoption curve, like the automobile, the television, internet, iPhones. And so what you're going to see with Bitcoin, it's going to get adopted over the next 10, 15 years. It's going to go from less than 1% of people that use it to probably close to 98% of people that use it. Like the internet was adopted, it took about 20 years.
Is it too expensive to invest right now?
That's a great question. With Bitcoin, it's divisible up to many decimal places, and so you can buy any fraction. One of the great things about Bitcoin is it eliminates all borders. You can send millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin anywhere in the world. You can also send pennies. I could send you a few pennies worth of Bitcoin.
And what are the fees involved?
There are fees which, the fees change all the time. So with Bitcoin itself, the fees may range from 26 cents, sometimes up to $10, depending on how busy the network is.
So if somebody is already have their own network of Bitcoin and they still want more information, I mean, is it something that they would reach out and do on the internet, or how would they reach you?
There is a ton of information out there with regards to Bitcoin. They can go to AmericanBitcoinAcademy.com or go to our YouTube channel if they want to learn more about Bitcoin. The important thing is that don't just take people's word for what Bitcoin is, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. Take the time to do the deep dive.
Well, thank you so much for just shedding some more light on this, and it just sounds like something we're going to be hearing a lot about.
We sure will. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brian. And coming up, we go inside the Monster Truck Show. All this and more when we continue with Don't Go Away.
Hi, I'm Elise Thurston with Coast to Coast, and today we are talking about the Super Bowl. Ensuring that one of the nation's biggest sporting events is both safe and successful can present some unique challenges for the host city's public safety agencies. Joining us today to discuss how technology is helping support the first responders ensuring safety at the big game are Carolyn Levering from the City of Las Vegas Office of Emergency Management and Verizon Frontline President Maggie Hallback. Carolyn, talk about the work the City of Las Vegas has done to get ready for this year's Super Bowl.
Las Vegas is delighted to be hosting Super Bowl 58. It helps us highlight our city not only as the entertainment capital of the world, but also the sporting capital of the world. As you may know, we recently hosted our first Formula One Grand Prix races. These kinds of events have helped our public safety partners prepare for the unique needs of the sporting world, including venue safety, traffic management, and just the overall coordination of resources from throughout the region. And a key factor in all of this is our relationships that we've forged with our private sector partners, including the travel and resort industry, the National Football League, and of course, our communications providers.
And Maggie, what are some of the ways Verizon Frontline is helping public safety agencies in Las Vegas prepare for the Super Bowl?
So Verizon Frontline has been working for the better part of 2 years to prepare for the big game. And that is close coordination with our partners in the public safety agencies. We have our Verizon Frontline Network Command Center up and operational, monitoring 24/7 to ensure that the Verizon 5G network is performing at a peak level. We also are sitting side by side in the Joint Emergency Operations Centers with agencies from the federal, state, and local levels to ensure that we have that partnership, that level of communication and collaboration that Carolyn just mentioned. We also have spent about 3 years tripling our investment in Las Vegas and around the Valley area to make sure that Verizon 5G can deliver the best performance, ultra high speeds, low latency, and this allows not just our first responders to communicate well, but the community at large to benefit from this. And this is permanent investment. This will stay in place after the trucks roll out and the teams leave town. We will be able to ensure that our public safety agencies have best-in-class communications, that the community benefits from this, and the 40 million plus tourists that love coming to Las Vegas every year.
Great, thank you so much. And where can we go for more information?
To learn more, log on to verizon.com/frontline.
Let's head to the Monster Truck Show with Carlos Santillan.
What's up, everybody? Bryce Kinney here, driver of the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior Monster Jam truck. So excited to be right here in Anaheim at Angels Stadium. Cannot wait to climb up in this Monster Jam truck and get airborne. Monster Jam is unscripted. The fans never forget the first time they saw a Monster Jam truck fly through the air. Because these Monster Jam trucks weighing 10,000 pounds at 1,500 horsepower, it's all about who conquers that hunk of metal the best in the track out here in Anaheim.
Whiplash will be debuting at the show. And this truck truly just embodies who I am as a person, what I represent and what I stand for. Showing females that you can be strong, you can be pretty, and you can compete in motorsports all at the same time. So the awesome thing about Monster Jam is that we involve our fans in every single aspect. And they can go to judgeszone.com during the show, and they vote right there on their phone. You can vote a 1 through 10 when it comes to two-wheel skills and freestyle and
who wants to push the limits the most, and they're going to take home the trophy at the end of the night. The one thing that's even better than getting to strap in to these 1,500 horsepower machines is meeting every single fan that comes out to the show. We want to give as many high fives as we can. We want to meet you guys. Come out to an event, come out and meet us, come out and see us, and I promise you will not be disappointed.
A tasty way to celebrate Valentine's Day is to whip up some delicious festive treats. Here to help is dietitian Bonnie Tabdix, the award-winning author of Read It Before You Eat It, taking you from label to table, and a popular nutrition expert who regularly shares her expertise on network TV shows. Bonnie's teaming up with Almond Breeze to share healthier recipes made with plant-based options. Thanks for joining us today, Bonnie.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So why is it important to know the ingredients in the products that you buy?
Well, in my book, I show that the food label is what's key to unlocking what's really in our food. Let me give you an example. If you look at the label of regular dairy milk and you compare that to alternative milks, you'll find that plant-based options like almond milk tends to have fewer calories, but it also provides a wealth of nutrients. And I'm excited to be here today to team with Almond Breeze to show you some of our favorite plant-based recipes.
I was just going to ask, what is something that's both new and good for the people that we should add to our diet?
Yeah, well, consumers are looking for nutritious and delicious plant-based beverages. Something that would satisfy their taste buds, something that's really creamy, but also meet their nutritional needs. And Almond Breeze found out how to do it. They came out with a new product that just launched. It's called Original Almond and Oat Blend. And what I love about this is that it combines the flavor of almond milk with the texture and creaminess of oat milk. But this milk has in it less sugar and less calories than most oat milks, but it also has 50% more calcium than dairy milk.
So with Valentine's Day coming up, could you share with us a fun recipe?
Oh yes, whether Valentine's Day or year through, you would love my strawberry smoothie made with Almond Breeze, and I only wish you could smell these muffins. These are my banana almond muffins. But it doesn't matter whether you're making sweet baked goods or savory recipes, you could swap in 1-to-1 Almond Breeze almond and oat blend instead of using dairy milk, really in any recipe that you enjoy.
That's amazing. So what is unique about this plant-based option?
Well, since we're talking about Valentine's Day, Almond Breeze found the way to make the perfect marriage. They combined California-grown almonds, the flavor of these almonds, along with the creaminess of oats to make the perfect plant-based beverage. So if you're lactose intolerant, or if you are allergic to dairy, if you're vegetarian or vegan, or trying to cut back on sugar or calories, or if you really just want to pour yourself a tall glass of a plant-based beverage, they have figured out how to make this beverage with benefits.
That sounds incredible. So where can we go to find more information about this?
Please visit almondbreeze.com and my website, betterthandieting.com.
Taking care of your heart is done in many ways, but registered dietitian Marina Chaparro says one of the most important factors is the food you eat.
We want to add more healthy fats. And research shows us that when we consume more polyunsaturated fatty acids, which are the ones that we can find in Mazola corn oil, it can actually help reduce LDL cholesterol. In fact, it might even reduce it twice more compared to extra virgin olive oil. And of course, not to mention, it's also heart check certified by the American Heart Association.
Diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at 16 years old, Chaparro explains her mission as a dietitian.
I was told what to eat, how much to inject, told I couldn't eat tortillas. And so since then, my mission as a Latina registered dietitian is to change the narrative and how we view food and nutrition. And I'm here to say that absolutely we can enjoy our favorite foods without sacrificing our heart or our health.
Get more information at mazzola.com/heart.
Snowboarder Chloe Kim qualified for the Olympics in December after winning 2 consecutive qualifying events. And did you know Kim is the only athlete in X Games history to earn 3 gold medals before the age of 16? So how does she train for the biggest competition of them all?
It's actually the same. I haven't really done anything different. There's just a little bit of pressure.
For the 2018 Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games in Pyeongchang, Kim has partnered with a new U.S. sponsor, Toyota, who is helping athletes achieve their lifelong Olympic dreams and overcome challenges. The ultimate goal, getting athletes and non-athletes equipped to unlock human potential.
I've been with Toyota for a couple years now, and it's been awesome.
Kim and 18 other athletes serve to reinforce the campaign by showing examples of strong values of humility, hard work, overcoming challenges, and never giving up. For more information on the team's journey, visit toyota.com/team-toyota.
Studies show that kids often lose their innate love of learning sometime between kindergarten and their senior year of high school. That's where the 4-H can make a difference.
I participated in a number of projects, sewing, crocheting, knitting, and this love of 4-H and fashion and the confidence that it helped me build helped me pursue a career in fashion.
This month, to kick it off, we're selling paper 4-H clovers in all stores to benefit local clubs.
To find out how you can take part, visit 4h.org or joanne.com/4H. This is Jackson Charles reporting.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, please go to our website. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.